So here's some trigger words that really set people off on social media whenever I say this. Don't buy dumb butt cars. You do not need to have a car. You can get along just fine by walking and biking and taking public transportation. Listen, I did that a lot growing up. I've done that a lot in my life. I've spent many years doing that kind of stuff. This, what I'm sitting in right now, guess what? It's called a luxury. It means that I can afford it and it's not going to break my bank. In fact, I can run it over a cliff and it's going to be totally fine, and I will be completely fine in the next day. And I'm not even going to care about this stupid car. It's just a dumb car. I know that many people get really upset about this when I say, don't buy stupid things like your car. Don't buy stupid things like your cell phone. Don't buy all these stupid things that we think that we need. And if I tell you to don't buy those things, golly, it's like I'm asking you to cut off your left arm and then going into a pool of peroxide. It's unbelievable that everybody is so attached to these stupid things. I guarantee there's going to be some hate comments of, oh, well, you should do this and you should do that, and how come you can't do this particular thing? All of that nonsense. It's all nonsense at the end of the day. And people are going to tell me, well, I don't own my car. I get it on lease or I get it on credit. Guess what? You are being really stupid when you're doing that. You're paying far beyond the value of the actual car by doing that. And yes, it is silly for me to even suggest this. Guess what? You know what you can do? You can buy a junky car. A junky car is totally fine. You can get by on a junky car that costs a few $1,000s. A lot of people have gotten by on junky cars in their lives and are doing just fine. I've spent many years of my life riding around in junky cars, and it is absolutely fine. I've spent many years of my life not having cell phones. I grew up without a cell phone and I was totally fine. Guess what I did for entertainment? Yes, I read a book. I went for walks. Oh my God, it's no different than what I'm doing right now. Oh my God, my life is completely upside down from actually not having any of those particular things. Listen, I know that there is a lot of opportunities by having access to a cell phone. I know that there's lots of opportunities by having access to the internet and all of those kind of things. But guess what? If you can't afford it, you don't need it right now. And how do you know if you can afford it or not? Can you actually live your life reasonably well without any of those particular things? And if you can live them completely fine, if the next day it burnt up, you threw it out the window, your damn cell phone, you threw it out the window and it all broke up and you don't really care about that thing, guess what? That is where you actually need to be. If you run in, you got a crash and your car was completely totaled, and you don't care about that damn thing, it's just a stupid car, then you're in the right spot. Guess what? It's just a stupid car. It does not matter. And this goes for any purchase that you make in your life, whether it's a stupid car or a stupid house or whatever it is that you're buying. If you are attached to it so emotionally that you go crazy and you think that you're panicking and hyperventilating and all of that kind of stuff because you need to have this particular asset, you're in a lot of trouble. That means that you are far beyond what you should be doing at this moment, and you are going to get hurt. Remember, those emotions, all of those emotions that you feel, all of that kind of craziness that you feel, whether it's attachment to something that you really want, whether it is those butterfly feelings, that's telling you something. That's telling you you probably made a bad decision. When you can be completely unemotional and you don't care, doesn't matter what's going on, you don't care, and it makes sense, then you're making a good decision. Those emotions are telling you something. So before you get all hepped up, you can tell me, oh my gosh, he's got this car, and oh my gosh, look at, he's got black leather seats, and oh my gosh, he's got a t-shirt on, oh my gosh, he's got glasses, and oh my gosh, I couldn't deal without my car. What would I do without my car? Guess what? We have been there before. I've ridden my bike many, 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 many miles around town to the grocery store, to wherever, and I'm totally fine. I've walked many, many, many miles to go get eggs, and I am totally fine. And yes, there are places in this world that can really benefit from having cars. But guess what? You make those investments as you go, and you do those slowly, and you earn it as you go. And as you go, you make another investment, and you make another investment, until pretty soon you're doing okay. So save and invest. Take the time. Don't rush to things. Don't make stupid decisions, and just take your time. Slow and steady wins the race. Don't get caught up in all of the hype and the marketing and all of that stuff that people are telling you. Slow and steady wins the race.